Hello, hello. Welcome to my new hockey vlog, the hockey vlog with the Q&A of Maddie and Sam. Yoo-hoo! Okay, welcome. I was already on, so I cut it out. Welcome. We have the long-waited for Q&A with Maddie and Sam, of course. You all sent in a lot of questions, so we're gonna try to answer them all, hopefully. And hopefully you've got the answers on your questions you want. First, everyone knows you, of course, but the questions here aren't about who you are, the more specific things. So, Sam, please introduce yourself to the people that maybe don't know you. Where do you live? How old are you? Blah blah blah.
Oh my god, I can tell my age?
No, you can.
No, it's
You
my
don't.
age to myself.
Okay, well, sorry. I'm Sam van der Ven, and I live in Amsterdam at the moment, but I'm originally from The Hague, Voorburg to be honest, to be specific. Lived there all my life and played for Rijswijk's hockey club. That's a really small club. I think it's growing a lot and they're doing pretty good actually. But then I went to HDM in The Hague, and after HDM I went to HHTV, and that's still my current club. I also play for the Dutch national team, and one of my biggest achievements was last summer winning the European Cup. At the moment I'm 28, and yeah, that's about it, I think. Yeah.
That's a good summary.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
that's easy.
okay, so hi, I'm Maddie Hinch. I'm English. I live in England and sometimes I live here. It's a bit of both. It's a lot of flying, a lot of air miles. My club is Stixa. It has been, I've just finished my second season there. And I'm based full-time in England with the national team. And my best achievement is Olympic gold, which was very lovely. And sorry. And yeah, I will reveal my age. I'm 29, turning 30 this year. It's a bad year. And that's it. Summary done.
I already passed the 30.
No,
It doesn't matter.
look at
Who are you, Dennis? Who are you?
You can introduce yourself.
Dennis. 33.
33.
Live in Utrecht. Don't play hockey, but they already know it.
They know you.
Yeah, so that's it. They all know it.
I
Hopefully.
don't think we said we're goalies, but we are goalies.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are going
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah.
But there's a question about that.
Oh, yeah.
Not being a goalie. I just grab my the questions. The most questions were from YouTube, so thank you for that, and a couple of Instagram and Facebook. So I made a summary, and we're just gonna put them to you, and some are even for me. So I don't know why they want to know something from me, but
Oh, I
okay.
thought you put your own questions in. That's what I thought.
No, I just asked the other team members of
okay.
HockeyHeroesTV to do it.
Okay.
Maddie Hulleman, we are here at a Fleetjomade clinic, big clinic from 135 goalies, and she was here, I think, Maddie. What is your favorite food that you eat before practice, and what is your favorite exercise for your goalie training? So actually 2 questions. Favorite food?
Okay, favorite food. I like something called overnight oats. And yeah, it's something I prepare the day before, and it's essentially like a cold porridge. And I get some fruit in there, and it's usually chocolate flavored because I love chocolate. But it's super healthy, and it stops me feeling hungry in the game.
Sam, same question for you.
Favorite
food before practice?
Before practice. Well, one of the things I do, sometimes I eat my breakfast again, what I had that morning before practice. It's like a small, how would you say it?
Superstition?
Yeah. No, not really. It's like an in-between
snack.
kind of snack. Yeah. Not really the word I was looking for, but it's fine. What I eat then is just a lot of Turkish yogurt with some muesli or parsley, and then some fresh fruits. That could be strawberries, could be raspberries, could be whatever, apple, pineapple, just whatever fresh fruit I can find at home, and I just mix it all up. And I don't know why, but that's something I like before training, just to fill my stomach up again and get some energy out of it.
Proteins.
Yeah, proteins, yogurt, yeah, sure.
Also very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
So the second question from Maddie, what's your favorite exercise for goalie training?
I've really become a fan of the leg guard save. So usually it comes off like a catcher board or even off a crazy catch, but it's having to use the front of your pad to make the save, something that I've learned since I've been playing in Holland. It's not something we really teach in England, so I really like the save. That's it.
For me, when I have to choose a favorite one, I'll choose an exercise where there's a lot of rebounds. I just love flying around and kicking other goalies and trying to score. It's also something else to score again. So yeah, for me it would be just hard bowling and just try to clear it, and then there are a lot of goalies around you who try to score at you. It's really simple, but always a lot of fun. And I think fun is just as important as everything else in the training. So that's my favorite one.
Next question we have is from Field Hockey Goalie. For both of you again, would you ever use the Osaka stick or even one of the oboe goalie sticks?
I think we're both in contracts and we're not allowed to, as long as the contract period is, of course, but at the moment I'm playing with Grace and I love the Grey stick. So for me, I'm not saying Osaka or oboe are bad sticks, really not, but yeah. For me, there's no reason to change, so I'm sticking with my grey sticks. I'm happy with my sticks, yeah.
Yeah, same as what Sam said. But there is, I'm going to do a bit of a sales pitch now.
Yeah,
I don't
go
really
on.
know. But
I already tried some for you.
MH1 line is coming out in the next few weeks, so I play with my own range and I'm really excited about it. I think they are great sticks. Sam actually used them today. He won't admit it here right now, but he loved them.
A couple of days after this vlog comes on,
there
it
you
is
go.
your launch.
So go and get it now. Go buy my stick.
Yeah, you saw it in my, not my last vlog, but the vlog before. So I already showed them to you.
Yeah.
Okay, easy question was it. Maddie Hulleman again, she wrote down and then already she said, okay, one question, and it were actually two questions. And then 5 minutes later she had another two questions. So another two questions. One, when can I buy the Maddie Hinch Grace goalie stick?
Already answered.
Yep. And the second question, what exercises can you do at home to improve my reaction skills or my technical skills?
Ooh,
good question.
I've got one exercise you can do at home to train your reaction skills. It is convenient, or it's handy if you have like a parent that can help you a little bit. But just imagine you're facing the wall, just like for a meter or maybe 2 meters in front of the wall, and then the guy or girl who's behind you, he or she throws a tennis ball into the wall, and then you have to catch it. Yeah? So that's one exercise I do at home. Okay.
Yeah.
Maddie, please put your phone on.
Oh, sorry. I have you. It's been a long day.
So, reaction skills. Exercise you can do at home. You have one.
My best exercise at home is resting.
Also very important.
Stretching.
I think
Almost 30.
what you said is actually a very good one.
Yeah, I like it. Just throwing a tennis ball into the wall by one guy or girl that's behind you, and then you train your reaction skills. Hands in front.
I have a crazy catch in the garden, and if I do have any energy, I would sometimes go out and just literally just throw it off, and I'm just trying to just like wash the ball. That's really all I'm doing, because everyone can kind of catch a ball from a crazy catch, but I just try and train my eyes a little bit to not be lazy and to really just wash the ball, and I do it for 10 minutes if I have some energy and some time, which is pretty hard to come by these days.
I think there's not really a lot of things. Yeah, you have to have your equipment with you and a garden or something to do something. But
yeah. But there's a lot to be said about just training your eyes. In whatever way you can. I think people forget about it. Yeah, it's like the most fundamental thing to keep practicing. So, and that you can do. There's things you can do online. There's things you can do at home. So.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Next question is from Laura Bazely. Also both of you. Last season my team got promoted, and so far this season we have lost every game we have played. As a goalie, this is so demoralizing. Sometimes I get to half time and don't want to play on. Have you got any tips how to stay motivated and focused if you are losing?
It's difficult when you're losing, but I think there's a lot you can do kind of in the game and in the moment to take it kind of to break it down so it doesn't feel like it's like constantly going badly. So I don't know what Sam does, but for me, I've always had a routine for like the last 10 years that when a goal is scored, I will always go behind the back of the goal. I will grab my water bottle. I will have a drink. And then as I walk back over the baseline, I throw the water bottle back behind the goal, and that is me throwing away the goal, the mistake, or whatever. And then I reset. And I've had to learn to do that because I went through a similar experience when I was younger, and it just felt like it was like a constant cycle. And the next action would be bad, and the next action would be bad. So I had to learn to reset, and that's worked really well for me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can imagine that always losing is really demoralizing. But what works for me is when something like that happens, is to really try and to play your own game. So I know you're in a team still, but a goalie, you can play your own game. You can decide for yourself, like every ball that's coming to you or every situation that's in the circle in front of you. If you're happy what you have done in your circle, then you've played a good game, and no matter what the score says. So just try to make the game your own, despite what the score says, and that works for me, I think.
Yeah. Good tip as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron Donnell for all three. A question for all three of you. Yeah. Have you ever gotten a card while playing in the goal?
Yeah, I did. Yellow.
Did you?
I did.
Me too.
And it was for. I wasn't agreeing with it, of course not. But there was a stroke, and I think it's like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. There was a stroke, and I wasn't agreeing with it at all. But then, okay, the stroke. They took the stroke, and of course the ref always asks you. Goalie ready, player ready, and I said no because I just wasn't ready. And then he said player ready, and whoop, he scored the player. So I said, so the player scored, and that's obviously not a good thing. But I was really angry at the ref because I said to him, ref, I said no, I wasn't ready. And then he said, yeah, it's a rhetorical question. And I was like, yeah,
what?
Sorry for my that. No, I just wasn't ready. And then I may have called him some names. They weren't that bad, but just like me. And then I got a yellow card. I had to get off the pitch for 5 minutes. But yeah, I just felt used. So yeah, I was like.
I never knew that question.
I said
was
no.
rhetorical, to be fair.
No.
So
So
I
you
know.
don't have to answer it.
No.
Yeah.
We don't even need to answer it. Goalie, you ready? No, you don't.
So
really
I was really angry, and then I got a yellow card. But that's about it. Normally I'm really kind to all the refs. Yeah.
I made a joke once. For me it was a joke, but the ref didn't think so. Yeah. No, he made a mistake in my opinion, and I asked him if he forgot his contact lenses to put in this morning. So immediately, yellow.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's it. But I was very young.
Okay.
After that, never happened again. But you had never had a
No.
card?
No. Angel.
No.
Angel.
We've got good luck. Scarce Jev for three of you. My question to you is, how do you get it to play at such a high level, and how do you pull it off?
How do you put it off, Maddie?
How do you pull
I don't
it off?
understand. How do you put it off?
Yeah, training hard. How I've got here is through a lot of hard work, a lot of resilience, because it's not been easy. I've had a career that's like this, dropped in, out. And I think that journey has made me a lot stronger now. But I've learned along the way that essentially you have to work harder than anyone else, because everyone's out there trying to do the same thing, trying to be the best, and you just have to do it the same but more, and to a higher level. So yeah, and then when you to say pull it off. I don't think you pull it off. I think because you've done all the work, then when you play, you can actually just enjoy playing, because as soon as you stop actually enjoy playing, then you might as well just stop playing altogether. So, yeah.
You also have a good story.
I know many good stories, but
about this question.
Yeah, I think I think what you're hinting on is that for me the biggest part is never giving up. I think because my national career has been for the first 4 years I was like a third goalie, and that's a lot of hard training. You train just as much as everyone else, but you're not going to the tournaments, so you're not playing at the you're not playing what you're training for. So after a couple of years that was really hard, and I was almost I almost decided to quit national team, and then I thought, yeah, it's such a shame. I've been training for 4 years now already, and I knew I was getting better, but there was just not a spot for me at the national team. Well, not at the first two at the moment. So I kept on going, and in the end now, well, I'm in at least the first two, and I've been playing a lot last 1.5 years. And so yeah, for me the biggest tip is to never give up and just keep on going. Try to get better every training, and then yeah, if you look back and you can say that you've done everything for yourself, and maybe you got the results you wanted, maybe not, but as long as you can say that, then I'm happy with myself.
Yeah. I started in my senior career at the lowest level you can have in Holland, and I worked my way up to the Hockeyvlogs.
Yeah.
So it's training hard, be there every training and do your best. Want to be better every training. Every training a little bit can be already be enough to get eventually at the high level. Okay, small question. How long do you play now? When did you start?
I first put the pads on when I was 13, so it was actually relatively late, I think, in the grand scheme of things, especially after watching all the little ones today. So yeah, 13, and like I said, I'm 29 now, so a long time I've been playing. So.
Yeah, I started playing hockey when I was 8, I think, but then obviously I wasn't a goalie from the start. But I think also 13, 14 maybe. No, that's not true. 12, I think. In C? What age are you in the C? C 11, 12? Oh, 12. I'll go for 12. But yeah, that's already 16
What happened at 12?
years.
Oh, in goal. You played hockey at 8.
Yeah, I played hockey at 8, and then I went into the
goal
goal at 12.
Started outfield.
Yeah.
Me too. I was a striker.
Oh, yeah.
1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah, 1 year.
And then
Then
they
you
said,
hated
no, then it's
Then
not for you.
it was my turn to go into the goal.
Yeah.
Sorry to answer this question because it wasn't for me, but
Shut up.
it was my turn to go into the goal. We lost 9-0, but I was like,
You loved it.
yeah, I want to do this. So I stepped to my coach immediately and I said, I want to be the goalie for the entire season. And he said, yes.
He put you in after a 9-0 loss.
Yeah.
I think whoever that is out there, you crazy decision.
Yeah, crazy.
Ooh, next one.
Question for all of you. If you ever get to play out of goal in training, what position do you like to play? And
Forward.
are you any good?
Forward, and I'm shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I want to score, obviously. Normally I'm saving all the balls, but then I want to score. Probably I'm not great. Maybe at the second post, not afraid of the ball, but that's about it.
Yeah, exactly the same. I think most goalies will say as soon as you go from stopping a ball, you want to learn how to score it and be part of the action at the other end.
Yeah, nah, me too. I want to be a striker. I tried it once, 2 seasons ago when I stopped.
Was it for you?
Yeah, it was for me.
Okay, no, just checking.
Sam's got somewhere to be.
Yeah. No, I tried it once, but with also all the goalie trainings I do, it was too much. I didn't have any energy after a day of 7 hours of hitting balls to do it 2 more hours in the team. So that was done.
Okay.
I wasn't that good. Only at hitting on goal, then I'm good, and the rest, you don't see that.
Where to go?
There was actually a question from Matt Evans.
Maddie.
The white side. Actually, the white side. A few questions for all three of you. What makes a good good keeper kit? And what makes a good warm-up? Let's start with a keeper kit. What's a good keeper kit?
A good keeper kit. Something that's very protective. I think something that a goalie said that feels almost like a second skin. So when you put it on, you don't want to feel like you can't really move. You want to feel like it's just, it's kind of just part of the outfit, part of you, and the most importantly protective. And then the third thing would just be, I think when the ball makes contact with the pads, you want it to be able to like go far away. And they would probably be the key things.
Yeah, I think this for us would be exactly the same. Yeah.
I had nothing to add.
Okay.
No. Thank you, Maddie.
That's all right.
And a question for Maddie only. Yeah. Rory McWhinnie asked.
I don't think he's from Holland.
No, I don't think so. My question is, who is the tallest young goalkeeper you ever met?
Tallest young? No idea. There was one here today that must have been 6 foot. What did you say?
If Maddie remembers me from MH1 camp in the summer with Fortitude, then I think I am the tallest she met.
Well, I don't know. What was his name?
Yeah, Rory McWhinnie.
Rory. There was, I reckon you were tall. I think I might remember. But there was a goalie here today.
Yeah.
You see him?
Yeah.
A young guy. He
Goodwin.
was. Yeah, his head was nearly touching the bar. So if your head touches the bar, okay, fair. But his did.
Okay, TechMoral. How did you get noticed to play at such high level?
How do we get noticed?
I don't know. I think it starts at an early age, and then well, I've never played for the under 16 and under 18 teams, but I always played in the Dutch teams, national Dutch teams. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I always played in the highest youth leagues, and then went to the hoofdklasse at HHTV. So how do you get noticed? I don't think I did anything that made me stand out of the rest. Yeah, just by being a
Stopping the
goalie
ball.
and just stopping the ball.
Yeah, that would have been reputation, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I think that's the key. Yeah, but I think if you're in a good club, or you're surrounded by people that might also be playing at the top level already, then people talk. That's a big one. That's what happened with me. I ended up moving to a club when I wasn't involved. Like Sam, really struggled in the juniors, and so I moved to a really good club, and there were 6 internationals in that team, and then they would talk at training down back at Bisham Abbey, and they'd be like, "We've got this young goalie. I think you should check her out," and that's how it kind of worked for me. So I think good clubs are important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
definitely. Okay, next one from James Hodges. We already answered. How old were you when you first played in the goal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
13.
So,
12, apparently.
Tekkers. Now it was only for Maddie,
Oh.
not for you. Tekkers 11. How did you get into hockey and why did you choose it professionally? How did you get into hockey?
How did I get hockey? I was actually a good story. I went to good story coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I've built it up now. It's actually like this. I went to a private school in England where we lived in the school, a boarding school, and there was a whole load of sports. But I joined the school a little bit late. I joined in the summer term, and we were playing rounders that summer. I don't know if you know the game, but rounders, Google it, good game. And I was really dramatic in the rounders field. Like, I'd dive around to catch balls that were probably I could just stand there and catch, but I was like diving and army rolling. And my PE teacher said to me at the time, "Okay, next season, Maddie, we're going to put you in goal in the hockey team." And I had no idea what hockey was or what hockey goalkeeping was, but I think it was because I was the new kid that I got nominated. But that's, school. And
Good
my
teacher.
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
A good eye.
Miss Lambert, I remember her name to this day, and thank God she suggested that.
Well, for me, I just got into hockey because a lot of friends started playing hockey, and I wanted to check it out as well. I do remember why I wanted to be a goalie as well. It was because I've been playing a lot, like till I was 12, but I always wanted to be a goalie, but I think my trainers they always said to me, "Yeah, that's fine, you can be a goalie, but you also need to learn how to play." So till I was 12, I did that. But I remember when I was really young and in the minis, I first saw a goalie walking across the pitch, and yeah, it was something.
My first
it was quite the sight. But I thought, well, what is this? What is this? This is kind of I don't know.
Robots.
Yeah, it's a robot. It's Transformers all over again. So I thought, I want to wear that. That's so cool. And then I said, okay, I want to be the goalie. I want to wear the pads, the kit. And I started diving for the balls, and I loved it. But then kept playing till I was 12. And but then I said, okay, now it's enough. I want to be a goalie. Definitely.
I think it is a bit in my blood. My father was a goalie, my mother was a goalie, my other 2 brothers became goalies as well.
Really? It's in the blood.
Yeah,
In the
goalie
blood.
family. Okay. Let me see. How often do you train, Maddie? A week?
Oh,
Too much.
too much. I train too much. We still going?
Still on.
I
Just
train
checking.
in a week. I have, to sum it up quickly, I have, wait, I need to count. I
have a calculator here.
So this is my typical week. A Monday would be pitch, hockey and gym. Tuesday is hockey. Wednesday is gym. Thursday is hockey and gym. And Friday is hockey and club training with Stickser. Saturday I get a day off, play a game, and I fly home. That's my week. That's such a good life.
To be fair, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then you have goalie trainings on top of
But
that.
that's how you
Yeah.
become the best goalie of the world. So, yeah. Okay. No, for me it's I think a little bit less, but that's because I don't have to travel.
Yeah.
So for me, the last couple of weeks have been just training with the club. You know, you train 4 times a week with the club, and then you also train 1 or twice with the national team. But it's really it's in periods. You know, one period you're training with the club during the competition. You're more training with the club, but then when the competition finishes, then the national team, the Dutch national team for me, and the English national team for Maddie, of course. Then there's a period of a lot of training with the national team. So those weeks can lead up to 5 training moments in a week. 10, sorry. So 10 training moments in a week. So you're training almost every day,
double sessions
twice,
a day,
or in the morning gym, and then late in the afternoon hockey, or twice hockey.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit periodical. Is that English?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct.
Okay.
Good word.
Okay, we're gonna do 2 because the others are almost similar to what we already did and what we already discussed. So thanks for putting all the questions in, but it will be our Q&A if we do all of them again.
Yeah.
So we just do 2. Chris Donovan, are you ever going to coach a team or coach abroad?
I am not. No. Well, I will always get involved with goalkeeper training, but I don't think I would do any outfield stuff or any teams. I have a huge passion in coaching goalies, and that's why I would just do that.
Yeah. For me, I don't see myself as a trainer in the future. I do really like giving goalies training, but for me, I think my future is somewhere else. Maybe a little bit connected to sports still, but yeah, I just love playing hockey myself. Maybe it's a bit egocentric, but I just love playing it. And coaching goalies is also fun, but I'm never gonna be a coach of a big team in the future or abroad or anything. No.
Okay, then the last question, the Archer game. Question for all 3 of you amazing people. Really, it says amazing people.
I already like it. I already like the question.
All of you 3 amazing people. How long did it take you to get where you are? You already sort of answered it. And what tips do you have for stopping high corner shots? Thank you and keep up the great work and love all the things you guys do.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Archer gang. So top corner saves.
Top corner saves, yes. Top corner saves. First thing is watching the ball the whole way. It sounds ridiculously basic. Of course I watch the ball, but do you actually watch the ball from the moment it's released off the stick to the contact on the stick or the glove? That would be number 1, and then I think number 2 is the movement of the head position. I think for top corner saves, if you leave your head still and it doesn't go with the save, then you end up reaching. And then the third one would be actually what you're doing with your legs whilst you're making a hand save. So a lot of people leave their legs still to the ground and actually then you end up leaning. But if you pick up your leg and go with your glove and your stick, then everything moves together and it's a lovely save. Simple.
And actually about this, we already made a clip about this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, stopping high corner save.
You should check that
Yeah.
out.
Link here.
Well, nothing left for me to add, I think. Just stop it.
Yeah.
So, I have nothing to add really. It's this is all what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's about it.
Oh,
really?
Yeah,
Well.
yeah. Now I think we already been going on for 30 minutes. So
That's enough. It's
the
enough.
rest of the questions for Zac Goodwin, Quantum Frost, Charlotte Gilmore, Molly's Big Adventure.
Molly's big
Oh
adventure.
no! We do one because it was only for me.
Oh, yeah.
And he's called Dan the
Can I ask
Goalie.
you? I'm
Yeah.
asking you. Dan the goalie for Dennis. I want to know if Dennis prefers TK or Obo goalie kiss. That is a game changer of a question.
Yeah. Obo. I've played my entire life with Obo. I've once tried TK. Not that it's not good, but it feels different. Bravo, TK, TK or Obo, they're all different. And it's just what you grew up with,
And
I
what
think.
suits
Yeah.
your style of play as well.
Yeah, yeah. So if your club only buys TK for the entire club, then you probably end up with TK as well.
And
you
that's
can still-
fine, and
yeah,
that's
you can still
fine.
be a good goalie.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Okay,
that it?
thank you for watching. Thanks.
No
Sam,
problem, no
thanks,
problem.
Maddie,
Dennis.
and hope you got all your questions answered. And yeah, if you don't, I'm sorry. Maybe for
You're
next,
too late.
Yeah, maybe for next time. But this was it for today. Hope you liked it, and if you like it, please like it, subscribe us, and follow these two on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love it.
Love it. Ja, jongen.
It's got hot again.
Yeah. Good.
Eerst tot chatten natuurlijk.